Welcome to this episode of Ask a Neurologist Q&A. My name is Rabea Akram. I'm a medical doctor and founder of Ask a Neurologist. In this episode, I will be answering a question which I get asked a lot. The question is carbohydrate bad for your brain? To answer that question, let's take a look at what carbohydrates are and what they do to your brain. Carbohydrates are made up of sugar. The building blocks of carbohydrates are simple sugars called monosaccharides. There are basically three types of monosaccharides, namely glucose, fructose, and galactose. Now, these three monosaccharides join together and form chains. Depending on how long and complex these chains are, carbohydrates can be broken down into complex carbohydrates and simple carbohydrates. Simple carbohydrates are short chains. They can be found in fruits, dairy, sugar, table sugar, honey, maple syrup, etc. Simple carbohydrates are taken up into the body and in the blood and used up by the brain very quickly. As a result, the energy is used up very quickly. At first, it leads to a spike in the blood glucose level, and then it crashes. That leads to you craving for more sugar. Now, let's take a look at complex carbohydrates. Complex carbohydrates are long chains of sugar molecules. They form complex structures, and they are broken down into the body, and taken up into the blood slowly. They don't lead to such a high level of blood sugar, and also not so quickly. They give a steady source of energy for the brain. And also, depending on whether carbohydrates are processed or not, they can be broken down into refined carbohydrates and non-refined carbohydrates. Refined carbohydrates are highly processed food, and during the processing, a lot of essential nutrients such as vitamins and minerals are lost from the food. So, whether or not carbohydrates are good or bad for your brain depends on the type of carbohydrate. Carbohydrates which are complex and are non-refined are wonderful sources of energy for your brain. They can be found in beans, in grains, root vegetables, and lots of other healthy food. I hope that answers your question. I hope to see you in the next episode of Ask a Neurologist Q&A with your question. If you found this video useful, please leave a comment, share the video with your friends, and subscribe to the Ask a Neurologist channel. I hope to see you soon.